Apple, the world's most valuable brand and a trillion-dollar company. But what was it like over 2 decades ago? Well, they say Steve Jobs came back to the company and brought glory to it. But nobody can do this on his own. This video is dedicated to those who contributed in making Apple what it is today. So join me by subscribing to my channel and let's explore the history of those legends, shall we? Let's begin with music. All of the devices that Apple sells currently, like the MacBooks, the iPhones, the iPads, music appears to be at the core of them all. How did Apple capture the music industry? Well, it didn't happen just because of the iTunes, but it did happen because of one device. A device that we all fell in love with. It wasn't the first in its category, but it was the most successful of them all. It changed the way we listen to music. A device that almost all of us used once and loved so much, but today we seem to have forgotten. The iPods. For a lot of people, it was an entry into the Apple ecosystem. I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, it certainly was. And here it is, the iPod Shuffle. It was incredibly small and you could store a good number of songs in it. It was a really wonderful experience at that time. Apple has always been creative with its products. Anything about the iPods is incomplete without talking about the father of the iPods, Tony Fadell, an engineer, inventor, designer, entrepreneur, founder, coach, and an active investor. Alma mater, University of Michigan, joined Apple in 2001. Served as Senior Vice President of the iPod division at Apple. From March 2006 to November 2008, he oversaw iPod and iPhone hardware, software, and accessory development. In May 2010, he co-founded Nest Labs. He is the principal at FutureShape, a global investment and advisory firm coaching over 200 plus startups working on foundational deep technology. You can see what he achieved, but there are many more of his achievements that I haven't mentioned yet. His father's job involved setting up sales accounts around the USA, moving the family each time. So Fadell attended 12 schools in 15 years. At the age of 16, he formed a company with another boy selling Apple II equipment by mail order, working out of his friend's parents' basement. In 1987, he went to the University of Michigan to study computer engineering, where he set up 2 more companies. First, selling enhanced microprocessor for Apple II that he had designed, and the second, selling educational software. Some of the outstanding devices that he helped in building before joining Apple are the Sony Magic Link, Motorola Envoy, Philips Velo, and Philips Nano. Fadell started another business, Fuse System. As a music fan, he wanted to develop MP3 player. While the devices existed, they weren't widely used. He received a call from Apple which asked him to come in as a consultant for a short period of time. They heard about his MP3 device. Fadell had 6 weeks before presenting his idea to Steve Jobs. He took designs that he had been working on at Fuse. Fadell was made an official Apple employee in April 2001 with a small team of 27 people. They worked night and day at incredible speed until the launch of the first iPod on October 23, 2001. Fadell's working hour, more than 100 a week. Can you beat that? Nest Labs was founded in 2010 by Tony Fadell and Matt Rogers. The idea came when Fadell was building a vacation home and found all the available thermostats on the market to be inadequate. The first product from Nest Labs was Nest Learning Thermostat. At Nest too, ours were crazy. His wife said, "We are all diseased in some way. This is what we love to do." When we see an idea we like, we are obsessive compulsive. It's like a drug. He also built smoke detectors and could see whether it's working or not at his home from any place in the world. Techies asked him, why have a thermostat at all? Why don't you have phone control everything? He said, homes are for families and you have to make sure you design for families and not for one person. Your kid, the wife, your grandparents need to be able to use it. Work remains all-consuming for Fadell. Despite cutting his hours, he still does 60 to 70 hours a week. In his free hours, he crams in 5-mile runs 4 days a week, boot camp style workouts 2 days a week, yoga, 50 miles bike rides. He loves to read physical books, not on a device. He also worries about the time that his kid spends in front of a screen. Sometimes he and his wife catches their kids with their iPods. His wife says, "You're to blame. Seriously, you're the one to be blamed." He's in the Time magazine as one of its 100 most influential people in the world. His son said to him, "Daddy, you're making things with us like your granddad did with you." Fidel said he almost cried. What an amazing human being this man is. We are all inspired with these kind of stories. We all have that amazing person in us. If you like this video, you know what to do. And if you really like this video and want this channel to grow, then smash that subscribe button. That's there, that red button. And do not forget to share.